Hello everyone, mabuhay. So today we are going to talk about emergency planning and preparedness. But before that, let me introduce ourselves. I am Jamil Karatao Pamutang, and my team for this topic or for this presentation is Julius Cesar Pitogo, Aryan Oracoy, Amber Pipito, and Rica Pilayo. So, this topic is important because emergency and disasters can happen anytime. Through emergency planning, people can prepare the right actions before a disaster occurs. It also helps communities to stay safe, reduce panic, and respond quickly during emergencies. So in this presentation, we will explain what emergency planning and preparedness is and why is it important for everyone. Okay, so for the introduction, emergencies can happen anytime and anywhere, which is very true because when we say emergency manggod is wala na nato siya nahibalan or wala pud na nato siya na predict kung kano saan na siya mahitabo ba na siya or dili, so mo na siya ang emergencies. So just like for example, earthquakes, fires, floods, and typhoons. So, kato siyang upat is example na siya sa emergencies. So, being prepared can save lives and reduce damage, which is tinuod na siya. Kaya nga naman, if there an emergency and you didn't know what to do, di ba, you're putting your lives at risk, no? So, mo na siya nga. It is important to know kung unsa ang mga emergency ka ng planning, kung unsa ang mga angay buhaton. No? So emergency planning helps people know what to do before, during, and after a disaster. So mo na siya ang atuang paghisgutan karon. So, listen. Okay, so now let's proceed to the next one. So what is emergency? So emergency planning is preparing actions and procedure before a disaster happens. It includes identifying possible risk and planning proper responses to reduce harm. The goal is to protect lives, property, and the environment. It also helps community and organizations respond quickly and effectively during emergencies. Through emergency planning, people know their roles and responsibilities, evacuation routes, and safety measures to follow. This preparation reduces panic, minimizes damages, and speeds up recovery after a disaster. So emergency planning means getting ready before a disaster or emergency happens. It involves knowing the possible dangers or kaning mga posible nga mga mahitabo during ani nga mga panghitabo. So, and also making plans on what to do and preparing safety place or steps like evacuation routes and emergency rules. So, the purpose of emergency planning is to keep people safe, protect property, and help everyone respond quickly during emergencies. And also, being prepared also reduce panic according to its definition and helps community recover faster.
So what is emergency preparedness? So emergency preparedness is being ready to act during an emergency. It includes proper training, regular drills, and having complete emergency supplies such as food, water, first aid kits, and communication tools. So prepared people can respond calmly and quickly, which helps reduce injuries and loss of life. Emergency preparedness also involves knowing emergency plans, warning signals, and evacuation procedures. So when people are prepared, they can help others follow instructions correctly and recover faster after the emergency situation ends.
So, importance of emergency planning and preparedness. So, emergency planning and preparedness means preparing before a disaster or emergency happens so people know what to do and can stay safe. So, why it is important? So, save lives. Also, when people are prepared, they know how to react quickly during disasters and reduces injuries and panics. So, planning helps people stay calm and avoid dangerous situations. And next, helps communities recover faster. So, prepared communities can rebuild and return to normal more quickly and improves coordination. So, it helps people, rescuers, and government authorities work together during emergencies. So, example, if a typhoon is coming and people already know the evacuation area and safety procedures, so fewer people will get hurt. So, number 2, types of emergencies. So, emergencies can happen in different ways. So, they are usually grouped into 3 types. So, first, natural disasters. So, these are disasters caused by nature. So, example, earthquake, typhoon, flood, and volcanic eruptions. So, there are common in countries like the Philippines. So, number 2, man-made disasters. So, these are emergencies caused by human activity or accidents. So, example, fire, chemical spills or transportation accidents and industrial accidents. So, number 3, health emergencies. So, these involve disease that affect many people. So, examples, pandemic like COVID-19 and disease outbreaks. So, they can affect hospitals, communities, and even the whole country. So, number 3, key elements of emergency planning. So, for emergency planning to work well, several important elements are needed. So, first, risk assessment. So, this means identifying possible dangers or hazards in an area. So, example, living near a volcano. So, flood-prone communities and earthquake zones. Number 2, evacuation plans and routes. So, people should know where to go and how to get there safely during emergencies. So, example, evacuation centers or safety exit routes in buildings. And number 3, communication plans. So, there should be a clear way to share information during emergencies. So, example, phone calls, text alerts, or radio announcements. So, number 4, rules and responsibilities. So, everyone should know their duties during emergencies. Example, mga rescuers, and medical staff or community leaders. So, number 5, emergency contacts. So, important phone numbers should be ready. Example, mga police or ambulance or fire department or local government. So every emergency planning and preparedness help people stay safe during disasters.
Good morning, everyone. I am Amber A. Pipito. So today I'm going to talk about the emergency preparedness at home, school, and community. So first, we have prepare a go-bag food, water, flashlight, medicine. No evacuation routes. Secure heavy furniture. Last, practice family emergency drills. So, emergency preparedness means being ready before a disaster or emergency happens. This helps keep people safe and reduce panic. So, importante gid na siya para para ma-ready ganin mo mong kagalingon when it comes sa if na ay mga disaster nga mahitabo like earthquake kay ba nakaon sa imong buhaton like andam na sa imong gamit o mga gamit ug unsa imong pangdalhon ana and evacuate. So at home, families should prepare a go bag with important things like food, water, flashlight, and medicine. So like what I have said before, so it is also important to know where to go during emergencies. Ana siya nga, importante sad kuno og makahibaw ta kung asa ta padung or asa ta evacuate during sa mga emergencies like na earthquake, typhoon, or whatsoever. So, it is secure heavy furniture so it won't fall and practice emergency drills with the family. Yeah. So kanang like earthquake, mag-secure yun ta og kanang mga heavy furnitures para makaveran atong ulo dili mataga kang og mga heavy objects. Next, we have emergency preparedness in school and community. First, we have regular emergency drills. Second, clear exit signs and assembly areas. Third, we have first aid training. Lastly, we have coordination with local disaster response team. In school and community, safety is also important. There should be regular emergency drills so everyone knows what to do. Clear exit signs and safe assembly areas must be prepared. People should learn basic first aid so they can help others. It is also important to work together with local disaster response team for faster and organized help. Overall, being prepared helps save lives, prevent injuries, and keep everyone calm during emergencies. So, for example, sa school na to kay kanang nag-conduct sila og kana ganing kanang what you call it kanang naisunog then moadto ba yan ang mga fire drill. So moadto ba yan ang mga bumbero kay kana ganing para i-demonstrate nila og unsay buhaton nato if naisunog sa school or asa na area. So mo na kanang importante sad nga makig-cooperate ta sa ilaha para makahibata og unsaon nato if naamay inana nga kanang problema. So that's all. Thank you.
Okay, let's proceed to the role of individuals and the community in emergency preparedness. First, individuals must stay informed and prepared. This means that every person should know what to do before, during, an emergency. Being informed helps people respond quickly and avoid panic during dangerous situations. Second, community should work together. Cooperation among community members is very important during emergencies. When people communicate, share resources, and support one another, it becomes easier to handle a disaster and reduce damage. Third, cooperation reduces risk and increases safety. When individuals and communities prepare together, they can identify possible dangers and plan ways to stay safe. Working together also helps protect lives and property. Lastly, everyone has a role in emergency preparedness. It is not only a responsibility of a government or rescue teams, but also each person, family, and community must participate and contribute to the safety efforts. In conclusion, emergencies are unpredictable, but preparation is possible and necessary. Proper emergency planning and preparedness can save lives by reducing risk and preventing confusion during critical situations. Being prepared means responsible not only for ourselves but also for our family and community. When people are prepared, they can stay calm, think clearly, and make better decisions. A prepared community is a safer community because everyone knows what to do and support each other before, during, and after a disaster.